Morning, everybody. Here's another pedal that I'm still trying to figure out, but I really like it. I just don't know if I'm really going to use it to play out of the house or out of the studio with. But it's the Supro. This is basically an amplifier in a box. See that little word that says transformer on there? This is a pedal that is not an amp simulator, but an actual amplifier in a box, where it has a power transformer that is engaged. The more you turn up the volume and the gain on the pedal, the transformer starts to really start to sag. And anybody that likes tube amps, or even good solid state amps that have good matched transformer for what the amp's job is, its perceived duty, you know what sag is. You know how sag can be really cool. There's two settings on the transformer, which one is bold, one is rich. There are two different sounds. One's a little less overdriven but thicker, and rich is a little more saturated with the overdrive and a little more mid-range, which either one's great. Just find a way to use it. Also has an input for an expression pedal to control how much gain you want to impart. So if you want to use this direct and in a situation where you're going direct to the house, you can do that, and you're basically playing through an amp. That's pretty cool without getting into like pod territory or any of that simulation stuff, the digital stuff, which is cool. It's certainly good. I know guys that run Pro Tools live, and they just run all their stuff through it live. It sounds great. That's a different type of expense, and then you're bringing a computer to a gig, which, you know, that gets damaged, you're in some trouble. You know, you're out some money. But the Supro is interesting. I'm running it into a Hot Rod Deluxe Texas Red with a Celestion in it. Pretty clean. I'm on the drive channel with the overdrive set very low, just as if it's a loud amp, which I like. I don't like crystal clean amplifiers because, especially this type of amp, this amp's loud as hell, but when you're on the clean channel, you can't get a good clean sound out of this until you're up at like 7. Then the speaker starts to give in a little bit and starts to sound a little better, but who the hell's going to turn their amp up to 7? Not one of these things. They're very loud. So I'm on the drive channel, drives at about 2. Everything else is right around the middle. No reverb. This room's boomy enough. I'm getting a very bassy sound through the phone. I don't have any bass traps set up in here yet, so that's why. It's woofy. So this is the direct amp sound. Right? Pedals on, everything's at noon except for the tone knob. The tone knob is up all the way. It's a dark guitar, Gretsch, big Gretsch hollow body, no center block in this thing, and a dark pedal. It's like an old Supro amp. They're dark amps. That's transformers at rich, not on bold, it's on rich. Sound. As you, one of the cool things about this thing, because it's an amp, you can run your regular overdrive pedals you would use or whatever you want into it and effectively overdrive the unit itself without it getting too noisy, which is interesting. Usually when you start to stack pedals, they get real hissy and kind of awful. So here's a tube screamer. hitting the Supro pedal. Neck pickup. Sounds pretty neat. And here's the Carcosa fuzz hitting it with everything right around noon. Toe knob up a little past noon, but everything right around noon. Very overdriven sound, but that's really juicy. Now, because it acts like an amp, let's add some more gain to it. And we'll use the volume knob. And we'll use the volume knob to control how much we're driving the unit. It's on about 3. That's cool, man. Here's the bold setting on the unit now. Same settings, gain maxed, volume is about half, tones all the way up. Rich, bold. Pretty big difference, somewhat of a difference. That's a great sound. It's basically, it sounds like an exploding amplifier, which is cool and useful in certain situations, not every situation. You can get feedback almost on command. Let's try it. Come on. That's a neat pedal. Supro. I believe the official name of this is the Supro DRIVE. I don't know the names of things. Not very good at this. Bye.